Hello everyone, so welcome to Need to Doctor. This is Shruti Ahuja, MBBS student at GMC at Chandigarh. So in this video we are going to talk about the fascicular architecture, and basically it is a part 2 of muscular system in general anatomy. So in fascicular architecture we are going to see the parallel, these are the type of fasciculi. What are fasciculi? I told you in the previous video that you can see this is a fascicle, right? Now how are these fascicles arranged? For example, I am having these three pens, and these three pens are arranged parallel to each other, or they are arranged in cross manner, or they are arranged in some other pattern, right? So that is the fascicular architecture basically. Now, these are parallel fasciculi and parallel to the line of pull. So if I am pulling it like this is parallel to the line of pull, contract over great distance, and there is good endurance. Now you can learn the examples here itself, and if you don't want, then you can leave it as well, because you will get to know about it in the future chapters. Next is convergent fasciculi. When it is converging, like this is the thing, I am converging it like this, and this is converging fasciculi. Converge at the insertion point. Where is the insertion point? We should know that the part which is going to move, right? Origin is where it is attached, and insertion is which is being moved. So when it is converging, then we know according to the pressure and everything, according to the physics, it will be a powerful one, and the range of movement we can see here. Now examples are written here, you can refer to them. Next is spiral or twisted. It can be a twisted. Now if I'm twisting something, I mean I want twisting action. If I'm twisting my neck, it means it is a spiral twisted muscle. For example, trapezius, it is present here, right? Now cruciate, arranged in a superficial and deep planes. Cruciate means cross. I have drawn it here. Now sternocleidomastoid, masseter, adductor magnus. So there will be a superficial part of the muscle, and there will be a deep part of the muscle, and that will be in different direction. That is why we are saying it in cruciate. Now sphincter fasciculi. There is an opening, and this is a muscle. Now contract, opening closed, and relax is open. Now relax, my mind is open. Contract, being my mind is closed, my brain is closed. Now orbicularis oculi is eye, and oris is mouth, oris. Now pennate is like a feather. So feather, this is a shaft, tendon inserted by, and fleshy fibers, these are bars of a feather. Now the strong muscles, now as many fibers upon area. Now extensor digitorum, the fingers, and peroneus tertius in the leg, and flexor hallucis longus. Next is dorsal interossei, right, in the hand. Next is, these can be unipinnate, half feather. You can see this is a half feather. Bipinnate, it can be a complete feather, and multipinnate, many feathers like deltoid. And tibialis anterior is circumpinnate, which is like a converging feather into center. That is central tendon. Next comes your this is the origin, insertion, and synod. This is a bursa. What is bursa? If a muscle will be scratching upon to the bone or hitting against a bone, it can get damaged, right? So I have put a bursa. I have put a like sponge like thing or something like that will protect my muscle as well as the bone. It will protect both the things and keep them away enough that it does not restrict the movement, as well as is it helps me to protect and conserve the things. Next is reversal of muscle action. If insertion becomes fixed and origin is movable, because usually origin is fixed, right? Next is parts of a muscle. Next is parts of a muscle, belly and a tendon. Belly is the fleshy part, and tendon is a rope-like cord to the bone to be moved, right? Next is, when the tendon is flattened, we call it a aponeurosis. There can be a short note, or a teacher can ask you what is an aponeurosis, but you will know it very well when you do the dissections. Now, what are the types of bursa? Subtendinous, between tendon, and one part is tendon and the other part is bone, ligament, or a tendon. Now, articular, it is like in a joint. Articular means joining something. Third is subcutaneous, beneath the skin and where it is bone, right? Now, clinical conditions are always important and can be asked in the exam also. So, it is bursitis, Porter's shoulder, and Taylor's ankle. These details you can see in the notes as well. Next is classification of muscles according to the number of vascular pedicles. Number is 1. Then example like tensor fascia lata. 1 is dominant and several minor are there. Gracilis. 2 dominant are there. Rectus abdominis. 4 and 4 and 5 and these such go on, but I think so these are not required at this point of time. You just need to review these things. Now, in the nerve supply, this is a very important difference, and many students don't know this, right? Now, motor point is like one nerve trunk is coming and which muscle it is supplying, right? That specific point. Motor unit is one motor neuron is coming and what all the muscle fibers it is supplying, right? This is the motor unit. Now, motor end plate is the neuromuscular junction here. Now, motor unit can be 1:10, 1:500 according to the preciseness of the action which the muscle is performing. Now, muscle spindles. This we will learn in physio very, very, very well. But you can get an idea here also. Now, these are the intrafusal fibers, extrafusal fibers, the nuclear bag, nuclear chain fibers. That will be better dealt in physio only. Next is a prime mover and antagonist. This is also an important concept. Prime mover is I want to flex my elbow. This is flexing, right? The biceps brachii will help, right? But in antagonist is it is moving against action, right? Antagonist is like against. So movement opposite to the prime mover is antagonist. Now fixator contracts to stabilize the origin of the prime mover. Biceps is brachii is originating from the shoulder, right? So from here for your reference, so some muscle is here, so it will also contract along with that so that it can stabilize its origin, right? So that it can perform the action well. Synergesis which is also performing the same action. Next is active insufficiency cannot contract further, passive insufficiency cannot extend further, because extending is somewhat passive, right? And active is contracting. Now types of contraction: isotonic, the tone is same; isometric, the length is same; eccentric and concentric. In eccentric, the length is increasing but the tension is not increasing, and in concentric, the like basically the length is decreasing because concentric is towards the center and eccentric is away from the center. Now muscles. Next is just short notes on the smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, and skeletal muscle. I won't discuss it right here because this is for your exam notes purpose. You can access it from the Telegram group, my Telegram group, which link has been given in the description box. Next is rigor mortis. You can refer to it also. Parts of a muscle, the difference between fascicular architecture. This is just a repetition, just for your exam purpose. So I hope this all has helped you a lot. I just want to repeat that spurt and shunt muscles are also very important. You need to make a short note on it, and this is just a muscle graft, and these are the all the applied aspects from muscular system which you need to know. So this was all about today's muscular system. This was part 2, and next we will start from the cardiovascular system. So if you want to stay connected, then do save the video in your library, do like it and do share it with your friends if you liked it, because sharing is caring.